Good morning, everybody. This is Christine Till. I call myself the marketing mentress online. I've got some great information I want to share with you today. Now, here's the thing. What do you want more of, guys? What do you want more of? I have my little post-it note here to give me reminders of questions to ask you guys. But here's the thing. I am a senior. I am a boomer. I don't have tech. And one of the key things I've been looking for the last 13 and a half years, because I was laid off my last job when I was 61, guys. You go and try and get another job when you're that age. They don't want you. It's not because of your age, it's because of the money, right? They know they're going to have to pay money to train you up to their standard, even though you've got experience. They know they're going to have to pay you more money because you have more experience. And they look at their retirement program that the company has, the company's own retirement program, and they can see that you're not going to be able to contribute to that for very many years before you turn 65. And so what are they going to do? Are they going to go ahead and hire you? Yeah, it's all about dollars and cents because they know that they can hire two 20-year-olds and pay them less and train them than they would have to a 50-plus-year-old, right? So I just tell you that because I have been looking because I don't have tech, and I see so many people who don't have tech who are trying to find a way to supplement their pension or their income so that they can prepare for retirement. And they just are so afraid to go online because they haven't got any tech, right? They don't understand tech. And it's really not tech stuff that we have to get our mind around. It's that we just need to know the steps, right? We can learn stuff. We don't have dementia. We aren't frumps, right? So we can learn the steps. Step one, do this. Step two, do this. Step three, do this. So I'm sharing my LinkedIn screen with you today because I learned right out the gate how to use LinkedIn. We have our two oldest boys are programmers. And at that time, our oldest son was a lead programmer at Microsoft, right? And he headed up teams of programmers. And so he learned a lot about, he has to know stats because of the programs that they're developing. They need to know what kinds of things that their perfect customer is looking for and all those kinds of things. And you look at these big companies like Microsoft and Amazon and some of the big companies out there. And what are they doing to attract their customers, right? They don't have people on the phone doing telemarketing. No, they don't. And they're not DMing people. So what are they doing to attract their customers, guys? What are they doing? Think about that. Think, what are they doing? So let me back up a little bit here. So over the years, I've been involved in a lot of different network marketing organizations, trying to find a way to supplement and prepare for retirement. And then after I was fired from my last job at 61, I call it fired. If you don't, they say they're laying you off or they're pink slipping you, but those are just fancy words to gloss over. You're fired. Yeah. So what have you been looking for? Here's what I was looking for, guys. I was looking for something. I just felt like I was being nibbled to death by a duck, like $10 here, $25 here every month, right? And an auto ship over here and an auto ship over there, and you nibble, 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 nibble. And I was spending more money than I was making, guys. So one of the things I did is I always have educated myself, worked on getting better and learning more and understanding my perfect customer better and how to communicate with my perfect customer. And so today I wanted to share with you how to attract your perfect customer using LinkedIn, okay? So you're going to get your eyes opened. If you're going to use any kind of an online program, the things I'm teaching you today on LinkedIn are going to apply to all of your social media platforms, no matter which platform you're on. We are all human beings, and no matter how we think that the world is going and we need to trend this way or we need to trend that way, or yeah, there's still some basic things that we need to be aware of when we're marketing ourselves, whether it's in real life, face to face, going to networking, sit down to breakfast meetings, or whether you're doing networking online over Zoom, or if you're setting up a profile on a social media platform. These same principles apply, guys, that I was taught way back when I was with the Amway business, right? So here's the thing. When people look at your profile, what is the first thing they see? What do they notice? Do they notice your smile? Because if you smile in your picture, your headshot that goes on there, you attract people to you just by your smile, right? So this is my profile, right? You have 3 seconds to make a great first impression on LinkedIn. It's only 3 seconds, guys. Bang, they look at your background banner, they look at your picture, and they look at your headline underneath your name there. And if nothing speaks to them, they're going to keep on scrolling, right? 3 seconds, guys. It's only 3 seconds you've got. So make sure that you have a really nice headshot up there. And so here's some of the things that I was taught through the Amway business. They taught us some really great things. And one of the things was there. Okay, I'm going to give you a list of things for men and for women. Okay. So we'll do the men first. When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you see? If you've got a beard, a big burly beard, is that the first thing people see, right? If you've got a really messy hair and haven't had a haircut for ages, is that what people see first? You want people to see your eyes and then your mouth, right? People communicate by watching your eyes, right? And if they're distracted by a big beard and burly hair, they're not going to get the message, right? And they're going to scroll right on by you. People are attracted to clean cut. Yeah, if you've got a beard, trim it up, make it look good, right? And if you've got burly hair, you don't have to have a short back and sides. Just trim it up a bit or put a elastic to tie your hair back, right? People like clean lines and people are attracted to clean lines. And this is what I was taught. And also, they like to see men in shirts with collars. So it can be a polo shirt, those knitted polo shirts, they have a little collar on them. Or it can be just a cotton shirt, open neck with a collar. And people, it just gives a nice clean look, a nice clean line. And people are attracted to those clean lines, right? And then crease in your pants. Yeah. People are attracted to that. If you have wrinkly pants on and you're going to a physical sit down to breakfast or sit down to lunch networking meeting, how do you look? What kind of an impression are you leaving? Are you impressing people to the point where they're attracted to you or are repelled from you, right? So humbly speaking, I'm repelled by big, burly, bushy beards. And I think a lot of women are repelled by those big beards. And so because when you look at the beards, they look at, oh, germ phobia. They're all in those beards, right? So you have to think about how you are relating to other people and how other people are thinking or relating to you. And a lot of it is unspoken, right? So if you're finding that you're going to a meeting and people are being sort of walking away from you or walking right by you and not stopping to say hi, there might be something more going on there, right? So just think about it. Women, it's okay. Gals, you can have long hair, right? You definitely can't have beards. Yeah, pluck your chin. Um, I'm just being funny here, but watch your necklines. Yeah, so if your necklines are too low, you don't want to show anything more, right? You've got to be careful that the necklines are high. And so the shirt that I'm wearing today is borderline, right? But it's not showing any cleavage. Yeah, you have to be really careful. So watch your necklines and watch your hemlines. Yeah, if your skirt is too high and you cross your legs, oh boy, people can't control their eyes. Guys, you need to really think about what the impression is that you're leaving with the people that are reaching out to you or looking to maybe do business with you, right? So necklines and hemlines are really important with gals. So if you wear dress slacks, that solves the problem, right? In most cases. And then when you look in the mirror, what do you see first? Do you see eyebrows or do you see lips? Some some women put on this really bright red lipstick. So the first thing people see is that red lipstick and they can't get their eyes off that. Your eyes are drawn to the brightest thing, right? Or the thing that makes the most noise. And so if your lips are bright red, you might want to think about subduing the color of your lipstick, right? So these are all little things that we were taught as part of the Amway business. And I'm so glad that they taught those things to me because it's helped me to realize how I can help my people be able to be coachable and learn how to attract their customers to them. So I'm going to show you a few different profiles here. I'm going to go into, so if you look at the top here, across the top, the biggest kept secret to LinkedIn is in the groups. So I'm going to take you into some of my groups here. So you hit that little 9 dots in the top right there. And then you go over here to the drop-down menu where it says groups, these 3 little blue men, I call them, the little blue icons. And this will take you into the groups that you belong to, right? So I've got it set for your groups. So it's my groups. So I can just go into any of these groups. So just pick the first one. That happens to be my own group, Digital Consumer Marketing. And then go into where it says connections, right below here where it says show all. So this is showing all of the people that are in this group, right? And I can do a search through the members. So it's gotten really small here. I hope you can see. But as you look through these headshots, which ones are you attracted to, right? So if this one here, Kayla, she has a smile on her face, but you can't see it. It's quite small. But look, there's no picture here. And so it makes you question whether that's a real person, right? So you question whether you want to do business with them. I don't usually connect with people that don't have a picture there, right? And here's another headshot. And if they're smiling, it's more attractive, right? It attracts you to those people. And this person just showing the side of their face, they're not really smiling. So you want to think about how you're being received by other people, right? Look at smiles on these faces, smiles. They attract you to them. So you want to connect with those people and learn more about them, right? Yeah, look at the ones with the smiles. But this that has no picture, you really don't feel attracted, do you? You don't feel attracted to that person. But look at the ones that have smiles on their faces. And like, you're not really attracted to this one or to this one that's a picture of an animal. Like, what? Just your headshot goes there. Not your favorite waterfall or your favorite car or your favorite whatever, or your favorite pet. And now this guy here, he looks like he's mad. He's not smiling, right? And this person, you see the back of them. This is not a good headshot, guys. This one is smiling. She's very inviting. And this one is not smiling. He looks like he's mad at you, right? So look at all the ones with the smiles and how they attract you to them, right? And they attract you to them, the smiles that on their faces. So that's a number one important thing for you to look for is the fact that are you attracting people to you with your profile online, or are you repelling people from you, right? And you notice there's no guys on here with beards. Yeah, this guy has a little bit of a trimmed beard, that he's got a bit of a smile on his face. So it's at least it's trimmed up, right? So you want to make yourself look as presentable as possible. You don't have to have a designer outfit on or anything. You just have to be clean and neat, tidy, well put together, and smile. Now, I listened to an interview with Tony Robbins online, and he was being interviewed by another fellow who it was the other fellow's podcast show, and he had invited Tony to be a guest on his podcast. And the guy who was running the show was frowning, like his face was in this big frown the whole time. I felt so sorry for Tony Robbins because here he is, you know how he is, upbeat and positive thinking and trying to instill in people positive ideas, and his interviewer was looking really down and growly, and his sides of his mouth were all drooping. And it just I thought, what a contrast. I wish he could have looked in the mirror before he did the interview. And so that's my go-to every time I'm going to be doing a video or uh, doing training online or in person. I always go and look in the mirror and I think, what do they see? What do they see first? What's the first thing they see? The first thing they see should be your eyes, guys. Yeah. So you want to make sure that everything else just enhances your eyes. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I run into so many different profiles, and especially on social media profiles. And people think it's funny to put on Facebook and all these other platforms to just put a picture of their pet or a funny picture of some sort or a cartoon picture on there, right? People resonate with people, guys. No matter what platform you're on, people resonate with people. Put a headshot on there if you possibly can. If you're in a job, you're trying to build a side income and you're in a kind of a job that your face can't be shown on the internet, then you've got to figure out another way to do it and try and be as personable as possible and do faceless at that point. But it's really hard to do faceless and to be effective with faceless because it takes longer, as a rule, to build that know, like, and trust with people. We resonate with the person's face, right? So there is training in our community to help people who have to do faceless because of their job. But the reason they're doing an online business is because they're trying to get out of their job and be able to spend more time with family and travel and do some of those things that they've been putting on hold for years and years because of the job that they have to take. And they're in that job because they need the money to live, right? So I'm telling you all these little tidbits because a lot of people don't know them. And they're simple. Like you don't have to go buy new stuff. You just trim up and fix up whatever you've got and do your best and look your best. And I want to tell you this story. I listened to an interview on a prominent radio station one time, about just a few years back. And I was driving on my way to a networking meeting. And this guy, called into the station. It was one of these talk shows where the people can call in. And this guy called in. It was about dating. And he said he was having a hard time finding anybody to date. And he was really discouraged and really lonely and wanting to find a girlfriend, right? And so the announcer on the radio station, or the DJ, said to him, how old are you? He told him how old he was. And so he said, so describe to me what you look like right now. And the fellow described himself. He says, I have a beard. My hair comes over my ears. And so the DJ said, what are you wearing? He says, I'm wearing a t-shirt, and it has a hole at the belly button. And oh, okay, so what kind of pants are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing some Holy jeans. And so then the DJ said, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? And he said, oh, about a 4, 3 or a 4. So then the DJ said, what kind of a girl are you looking for? Oh, she's got to have a really great figure. She's got to have great legs. She has to be attractive. She has to be smart and have a good job. And so the DJ asked this guy, "So do you have a job?" And he says, "No, I'm looking for a job." And so then the DJ said, On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this potential girlfriend?" And the guy said, "Oh, a 10." So then the DJ said something really, really shocking. He said, "So would a number 10 gal be looking for a number 4 guy?" Silence, silence for quite a few seconds. And then he said, "No, I guess not." So then the DJ said to him, "So what do you think you could do about that?" And so then that ended the conversation, but it all spoke so loud and clear. People, if you want to attract a number 10 quality customer, you need to be yourself a number 10 quality person. So that is my message that I'm leaving with you today, and how important it is for you to think about how you're attracting your customer. There's all this online stuff that we're taught, and the program that I use is pre-done for you, automations, and you can build a business online using this system. But if you are not a number 10 person, are you going to attract a number 10 customer? I'm Christine Till. I call myself the marketing mentress. I leave those thoughts with you today, and I will be talking to you again in my next video.